My brothers and sisters, I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I want you to pay close attention because we're going to discuss something that holds many people back from their goals, attachment, and how it can prevent you from reaching your full potential. We'll also explore how to achieve your goals without attachment and why attachment often leads to disappointment and stagnation. Now, before we get into the solutions, let's first understand what attachment really is and why it has such a powerful effect on your life. Attachment happens when you believe that you are incomplete without a certain thing. When your sense of value and self-worth depends on external things rather than coming from within. For example, if someone attaches their self-worth to their job, they might feel completely lost if they lose it. If someone attaches their happiness to a specific person, they might become emotionally unstable when that person is not around. And if someone attaches their fulfillment to a future goal, they might live their whole life waiting rather than actually enjoying the journey. The danger of attachment is that it creates neediness, and neediness repels what you want. Have you ever noticed that people who are desperate for money always seem to struggle financially? Or that people who desperately chase relationships often end up alone? That's because attachment creates resistance. There's a famous quote that says, "You can have anything you want in life if you are willing to let go of the need for it." This doesn't mean you shouldn't have goals. It simply means that you should not be emotionally dependent on the outcome. Let's take a look at successful people. Many of them have a mindset of detachment when it comes to money. They know that money comes and goes, and because they don't fear losing it, they naturally attract more of it. Compare this to someone who is constantly worrying about money. Their fear and anxiety create mental blocks that prevent them from taking the right actions. Think about it this way. Imagine you're holding onto a rope so tightly that your hands start hurting. The tighter you grip it, the more pain you feel. But when you loosen your grip, you gain freedom. That's exactly what happens when you let go of attachment in life. But how do we do this? How do we remove attachment while still pursuing our goals? The first step is to trust the process. Many people refuse to take action unless they are guaranteed success. They say, "I'll start a business once I know it will work," or "I'll take a risk only if I know there's no chance of failure." But this mindset keeps them stuck. Success comes to those who take action without constantly worrying about the outcome. There's a story about a farmer who plants seeds in his field. He doesn't dig them up every day to check if they are growing. He simply trusts the process. He waters them, nurtures them, and waits patiently. That's how life works. If you keep checking for immediate results, you will always feel frustrated. This is why many people struggle, especially in online businesses, content creation, or any long-term project. They start something new but give up too soon because they don't see results right away. The key is to act as if success is already guaranteed. Now, let's talk about subconscious programming, because this is where most people get stuck without even realizing it. We live in a world where beliefs and ideas are constantly being implanted into our minds through media, movies, music, and even the people around us. Society has programmed us to think in a certain way, and unfortunately, most of that programming is designed to keep us in a state of struggle. For example, most people are taught that success requires suffering, that unless you work extremely hard, you won't achieve anything. But if this were true, then construction workers, janitors, and factory workers who work harder than anyone should be the richest people on earth. The truth is, success is about alignment, not suffering. Of course, effort is required, but it's not just about working hard. It's about working smart and without attachment. Now, here's where things get interesting. If your subconscious mind is programmed with scarcity and fear, you will always struggle, no matter how hard you work. Have you ever noticed that some people keep failing over and over again, no matter what they do? That's because they have deep subconscious beliefs that are keeping them trapped. For example, if someone believes that money is hard to get, they will subconsciously sabotage every opportunity to make money. If someone believes all relationships end in pain, they will push people away without realizing it. This is why your beliefs create your reality. And here's the most powerful part. You can reprogram your subconscious mind. The easiest way to do this is through visualization before sleep. Why before sleep? Because that's when your subconscious mind is most open to new programming. Here's what you need to do. Every night before you sleep, spend 5 minutes visualizing your ideal life. Imagine yourself already having the success, wealth, or happiness you desire. Feel the emotions as if it's real. This is not just some law of attraction nonsense. This is based on neuroscience. When you visualize something repeatedly, your brain starts to believe it's possible, and you naturally take actions that bring it into reality. Many successful people do this without even realizing it. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and even actors visualize success before it happens. There's a famous story about Jim Carrey. Before he became a superstar, he wrote himself a check for $10 million and dated it for a future year. He would look at that check every day and believe it was already his. A few years later, he landed a movie role that paid him exactly $10 million. The same principle applies to you. If you train your mind to see success as normal, it will become your reality. Now, let's go back to the main point. How does all of this relate to attachment? When you detach from outcomes, you allow life to flow naturally. Instead of chasing things in desperation, you begin attracting them effortlessly. This is why people who are the most successful are often the least attached. Think of a confident person walking into a room. They don't try too hard to impress anyone. They simply exist in their natural energy, and people are drawn to them. That's how life works. The moment you stop chasing, what you desire starts coming to you. So the key takeaway is this: detach from outcomes, work toward your goals, but don't let them define your worth. Reprogram your subconscious mind. Your beliefs shape your reality, so make sure they are working in your favor. Trust the process. Just like a farmer doesn't check his seeds every day, trust that your efforts will pay off in time. Practice visualization before sleep. Train your brain to see success as normal. At the end of the day, life is about flow, not force. The more you trust, the more things naturally fall into place. And remember, true success is not about what you achieve, but who you become in the process.